He lost the artifact. I must return to the Dreaming Club.
What's up with the dress code?
And once again, I start the level facing the wrong way. I actually have a bunch of stuff to say in this level, so I'm going to try and race through it as quickly as I can, because it's actually not a very long level. Under a minute, in fact. So bear with me. This is the first proper boss fight the game gives you, and it's supposedly the most tactical of them all. I say supposedly because the tactic you're supposed to use isn't really needed. See, you're meant to get this guy with the ball and chain, you'll see in a second, to go under the garage so he gets his ball stuck in the roof, leaving him open to attack. As you can see though, I'm just shooting him ad nauseum and it's just as effective, so there's that tactic thrown out the window. And even that's somewhat glitched, because the first time I played this level, he'd got his ball stuck in the ceiling, and then as soon as he got it unstuck, he'd do it again! And again! And again! Unfortunately, Fraps wasn't recording at the time, so I can't show you. Bloody software. As you can see, I'm just shooting the guy with no real tactics of any kind here. It's a painfully good example of how badly coded this game is. Oh, he's dead. See you in a minute or two.
Serpent Eye should have had plenty of time to wreck the Dreaming Club. Things are heating up. It's time for me to end the party.
Okay, seriously, I have listened to that line 100 times and I still have no idea what he says there. If you guys can figure it out, leave a comment and I'll add an annotation. The text on screen is detailing another ability I'll never use, detonating souls to damage enemies. Once again, it doesn't actually tell you how to do this, so I've never used it at all. Glorious. Okay, let me just recap the plot for you, since it is rather confusing by this point. The primary villain, Tang, has a demonic entity known as Serpent Eye steal the soul portal artifact that Drake's clan, the 99 Dragons, have been protecting for thousands of years. Serpent Eye then hands the artifact to a human courier, who promptly loses it to a man named Pock in a gambling match. Pock, as it turns out, also possesses demonic powers of some sort, which means that when you first confronted him, you didn't actually kill him. Now Serpent Eye has been sent to retrieve the artifact from Pock, and due to you being distracted by the biker gang, he's arrived way ahead of you and has been able to trash the quote-unquote casino looking for it. Confused? Yeah, you're not the only one. And I didn't even get into the whole Undying Dragon business that means that Drake has actually canonically died 3 times so far. Spoiler! That number's going to increase by the end of this video. I know some of you were disappointed by it not happening in the last part, but trust me, this one will make up for it. I promise you. Anyway, we're now back at the top of the level for another sort of boss fight. It's this guy again, and he sicks his dogs on you. And before you ask, no, the game does not give you any backstory or indeed any explanation at all as to who he is or what he is. Why on earth would you think the developers would bother to do that? Now, I haven't actually talked about what happens when you die yet. You know, when you die in the middle of a level, not when you die... you know what I mean. Well, of all the annoying things in this game, this is probably one of the most annoying, because rather than just making you restart the level, the game does something far, far more sinister. What actually happens is it takes you back to the Serene Garden, where you have to wait 10 agonizing, flow-breaking seconds before the game restarts the level. And while you're waiting, the gods insult you. They have about 6 lines, and they'll spout one at random every time you die and get sent here. Like so.
Perhaps you were still only human after all.
Don't worry, I'm not going to make you watch the whole level again. Goo Yakety sucks! And that's one more cliche I can tick off the list. Yays! Now, while that trip for the Serene Garden was annoying, it's even worse on the Xbox version because the levels take much longer to load, meaning it's not just the 10 seconds in the garden, but also 2 loading screens, which makes it around 20-25 seconds or so in total. And given how hard some of the later levels get, this fight's actually quite easy once you know what you're doing. It's just figuring out you need to shoot those boxes on the pillars before actually attacking the bad guy. Anyway, enjoy your deja vu!
Almost too easy. The soul portal artifact is mine.
Oh, the pain.
pain. Yes, that's how a human knows he's alive. Perhaps there's still some humanity left in you. This time, you did not lose your avatar, but were summoned here. You have no time for cat and mouse games.
No time? Let's not waste more here.
Very well. Servant's Eye fishermen have captured the albino orca and brought it to the fish factory at Dock 12.
This is where Serpent Eye will deliver the artifact to complete his bargain with Tang.
And a ritual will be performed to charge the artifact with the energy of the whale's soul.
You must disrupt the ritual and reclaim the artifact.
They seem to like the stench of death. Wonder if they'll like that of their own.
And once again, facing the wrong way when the level starts. Fantastic! Going back to that cutscene, I just want to repeat what's going on. The bad guy, Tang, has to kill a presumably rare whale, so he can use its soul as a power source to charge an ancient artifact. Please tell me I don't have to explain why this is so goddamn retarded. And before you ask, no, there is no explanation for why it has to be the soul of a whale. It just does. I can only hope this made sense to the developers at the time. Presumably they're on some seriously strong stuff. In which case, I want some. So, the level we're in is a fish factory, apparently. Though to be honest, it's only really evident in this first room. After that, it's one utterly generic level, like most of the other ones. I'm not sure if I've mentioned just how repetitive the levels get, but if you haven't picked it up on your own by now, then chances are you're legally blind. In which case, how the hell did you start this video? But enough of me being meta. You may have just witnessed me embarrassing myself by not knowing where to go and trying to run up a wall to reach the platform opposite. Just in case you couldn't see me do that. It was a rather stupid thing to do, but then again, this is a very stupid game, so I was simply trying to bring myself down to its level. The defense rests. And just in case you're sitting and yelling at the screen that you don't need to make your way up there! Of course I need to get up there! The bad guy standing there has a keycard I need to progress. Because, you know, putting your enemies and essential collectibles in hard-to-reach locations is not at all a terrible design decision that will only impair players of your game. Not in the least! Once again, we're witnessing some terrible stacking. And as an added bonus, there's absolutely no reason for those comically giant tins of tuna to have toppled over! Huzzah! Oh, man, these guys take a lot of bullets to go down. I believe this happens quite a bit from this point onwards. You'll find that newer enemies can soak up a lot more damage than the regular grunts I've been going through since the game started. Joy of joys. As you'll see here, the level design is so bad you literally have to be told where you're supposed to go. Who in their right mind would actually think to climb up this section on their own? If the enemies up here actually made any noise, I might have figured it out by myself, but as is, there's no incentive to go here, if you even realise you can go up there at all. Wait, did I just shoot the light down? That's a nice bit of interactivity. Can't imagine we'll be seeing much more of it, though. God, these guys are a pain in the ass. Oh, just fallen back down. See, this is why you don't put firefights on small, easy-to-fall-off platforms. Ah, well, never mind. It's not like that'll come back to haunt me later in the game. And all that for another bloody keycard. This is getting very tedious. Where does it lead to? Quite possibly the most improbably stupid cooker I've ever seen. What is the purpose of this room? What insane person sat down and thought that a room like this would make perfect sense? Where is the fire coming from? How are the factory workers supposed to use this? Why am I getting so worked up over this? God, that room was stupid. Not that this one isn't either. Once again, we have to be told where to go, so yeah, stupid. But that's not the best part. Let me kill these guys real quick, and then I'll tell you all about it. Right, so the stupid bit. The arrow is in the wrong place, meaning that when you run up where it tells you to go, you can't reach the conveyor belt you're actually supposed to jump onto. Dear Lord, this is just amateurish. It's like this thing wasn't even beta tested. I'd expect crap like this from a fan game, but a product sold in stores? For actual monies? Ugh. Why, oh why, are there explosive crates in a freaking fish factory? Anyone? Ugh. This game is just breaking me. It's taking all my sanity and level-headedness and curb-stomping it into bits of nothing. Okay, so after somehow managing to kill everyone without blowing up... Oh, never mind. And I see more arrows in the next room. Outstanding. Because making something that would naturally draw your attention to the air vent you have to run up to would be far too much work, wouldn't it? Why does this air vent have a door identical to all the others in the factory? Why does the air vent appear to be the only way into this room? Why are there robots in a fish factory? Why am I asking all these questions? Once again, the answers will forever elude me, so I should probably stop asking them. Oh, all right then, one more. Why are the robots bleeding when I shoot them? They didn't care. They just didn't care, did they? Maybe they aren't robots. Maybe they're just men in powered armor of some sort. I don't know. It's not exactly as if it's particularly obvious. Did I just get stuck in the floor? That's just perfect. No, really. That's this game in a nutshell. I got stuck in the floor. Those of you who actually have working eyes may have noticed that flash of blue on the left side there. That's the key card I need to pick up to open the last door of the level. Give me a minute and I'll stop being an idiot and go pick it up. Wait, did I say the end of the level? Why yes I did. So I should probably prepare you for the second best cutscene in the entire game. You'll see why almost immediately.
Back because of a woman, Banshee. She's the right hand of Tang.
That woman, just cold stone.
The Tang Undertakers are moving the body of the Master from the 99 Dragons penthouse. You must protect the clan from dishonor beyond death.
Drake, you must stop them before they leave for the morgue.
There's no time to create a new avatar. We will have to reinstall you in your old body on site.
So this is how it really feels to be undead. Master?